So, welcome to VRL 360. Welcome to VRL 360.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to VRL 360.
Hello, everyone.
Well, tonight we've got quite an action-packed show on. What we got tonight? We got
Gold Coast Titans 0 points so far.
0 points for the Titans over pre-season, and round one we didn't see him put any points down. Yeah, it's quite tragic, to be honest. We'll speak to Vando later on tonight about what's going on the Gold Coast. Then we speak to yourself, Kai, about your signings for the Raiders and, well, yourself picking up another deal. We go over weekly tips and weekly VRL tips, of course. Then Origin predictions for tomorrow night, the big dance, game 1. Top 8 predictions for VRL, then the Storm. They're on an almighty run to kick off 2021 in the VRL Premiership.
Dragons.
Well, the Broncos, the Dragons, they're off to a good run to kick off the season, which is fantastic. What else have we got? We've got Melbourne to play at Amy Park, so, well, VRL, we tried to mock where they go IRL, and, well, I gave the coach of the Melbourne Storm the option to play at the Sunshine Coast or Amy Park, and he did opt for Amy Park. Why wouldn't you?
Parallel Newcastle.
Yeah, the Para Newcastle game. We'll go over that one, and we'll have our guest Vando on to talk about the Newcastle Knights. Not the Newcastle Knights, the Gold Coast Titans in struggle
Gold
street.
Coast Titans.
So first up, what should we start off with? We'll start off with the Titans, of course. We won't bring Vando in just yet. We'll bring him on later on. But they're in trouble. They are in big trouble, the Gold Coast Titans.
They are. I don't even know what's really going on. Like, they have the squad. They probably have the fundings as well to make a good signing. I just don't know what... I don't know what's clicking.
They do have the squad, but what we're finding out is that Vando's running players like AJ Brimson, who's a State of Origin player. He's got him on the bench. He doesn't even have him on the starting lineup. He played 0 minutes against Melbourne last weekend, and it really hurt him. I think it was like 6-0 Melbourne's favour all the way through, and up until like the last 12, 13 minutes. Then Melbourne just opened the floodgates, and, well, there you go, 24-0 game.
I mean, stupid move. Why wouldn't you be playing AJ Brimson? He's, State of Origin quality player, and
Better
you put him
yet,
on the bench.
They got Fafita. He doesn't even make the 17. He's not even in the squad. Fafita, he's outside of the squad.
It's remarkable.
Oh, hell yeah. And another thing, it's not in a list here, but I thought I'd add that we will review the games for this weekend and, well, who we think will pick up the Dubskis and, well, who we think will have the bigger losses. Back to the Titans, though. The 24-0 loss, then they had the week before in pre-season against the Dragons, 30-0. The Dragons have hammered them, 30 points to nothing in the league. Is a lot. That's no little sport, mate.
Yeah, for sure. They made them pay with not having their star players on.
100%.
Again, I think Vando really needs to look at his roster and really use the quality players that he has. If he wants to start, well, at this point, I think his goal would be at least trying to get a goal or a try. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then get to the win. But it's remarkable. It's something else.
100%. It's very unfortunate. I had a lot of hope for the Titans. I don't expect them to win all the games, but I'd expect that the ball would be getting put down past the try line. And that's another thing. They didn't even look like scoring against Melbourne. They had like 3 sets inside Melbourne's 10. And they couldn't do anything with it. But make errors.
It's just a mess. It really is a mess, defensively and offensively, isn't it?
I don't know. 100%.
I think Vando really needs to, give those boys a bit of a smack around the head.
Yep.
get them in line, and get them playing some good footy, or else it's just going to be a very, very long year for them. To be honest, they're just going to get smacked week in, week out, and especially with teams like Storm and Dragons who are on a bit of a roll at the moment, especially Dragons in particular. You don't really want to be coming up against them, coming off an already crappy win. You've got, I guess shit, energy throughout the whole team. So yeah, look, they just need to fix something as quick as possible.
No, something's not right on the Gold Coast. A few other things to go. The Broncos, they don't look like they're going anywhere as well. They let Dufty get 100 metres on them on I think it was Friday night. We didn't play Thursday night. I'm pretty sure it was Friday night because we had only like 4 games this weekend. But Dufty, he got the meters up for the Dragons. He'd probably be close to my player of the weekend.
Oh, for sure, Dufty was amazing, but I feel like that try shouldn't have happened because the Broncos just sort of left that space wide open in the middle. I'll have to go back and watch the game again, but it was just almost like opening the gates for Dufty just to go and have a run.
Yeah, 100%. A few other things. Parramatta, they seem to be in struggle street, and Penrith getting not the result they would have wanted.
Yeah,
over the Tigers.
What was the score like?
I think it was 6 points to 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a low-scoring footy game, but hang on, I'll try and find this.
Yeah, there you go, 10-6.
10-6, yep. Tigers lead. Tigers win at home, in front of the home faithful. Do you reckon the game should be looking at his lineup as well?
I don't know, it's a tough one because the Panthers have got a stacked squad as it is.
He had guns out there and, well, they didn't perform.
Yeah, exactly. So, if anything, you should probably maybe be looking elsewhere at other players, maybe.
100%.
I don't know, like, I don't know what went wrong that night. He had all his top players out there.
Yep.
Interesting.
I reckon there were a few out maybe. I don't think it was the complete lot. Because there's a few coaches out there that aren't really having a look over at their squad, and we're really starting to see that with the Titans. It's really paying dividends over there on the Gold Coast.
For sure.
How about Melbourne wanting to play at home in Melbourne? Of course, well, you'd like to think so. We tried to mock the real-life Melbourne Storm because, well, COVID in Melbourne is a thing again. And Melbourne were playing on the Sunshine Coast last weekend against the Titans. They picked up that big win.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably see bigger wins now that they're playing at their proper home.
Oh, the atmosphere should be electric there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's what the coach wants where to play. That's where the coach wants to play, then by all means, I guess.
Well, they don't play there this weekend. They play the Warriors on the beautiful Central Coast.
That'll be a good one.
We haven't seen much of the Warriors. We see the other 8 teams come into the fight for this year. As we didn't see them 8 teams had a bye last weekend, and well, yeah, we didn't see too many games over the weekend. We only seen like 4.
Yeah, something like that. It was a small amount.
It was, but I feel like we got some crackers in there. There were some high-scoring games, and
yeah,
a few things to look over.
Exactly right. Just to touch on those 4 games, did anyone get banned at all? I can't remember. I don't think so.
We were meant to look over the high tackles for the Broncos, but the camera settings we used, and well, Rugby League Live 4 doesn't show the defender.
Okay.
It's sort of hard. I don't want to be accusing the wrong players and giving coaches to rule that player out.
That's fair then.
For the following weekend, but I'll look into a different system or something like that. There'd be a way to do it. We'll look into it, but we'll crack down on those high tackles. Not like real life, but there'll be players facing a couple of weeks off for high tackles.
For sure.
Of next week going forward.
For sure.
What else have we got to talk about tonight? We're only 10 minutes in. cruising.
Yeah.
Melbourne, they're on a good run. Thoughts on them?
Yeah, they're looking strong.
164 supercars. Yeah, he's
You
running
know,
that side like a dream. Everything's
yeah,
working.
yeah, he's got quality players to use and to utilize. A good run, and yeah, I'd like to say that they'd probably be fighting for top two the latter this season.
Top
Be
two,
hard not to see them.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I had something to say about the Titans, but I forgot. They're a big talking point for this week's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're a massive talking point. I really did have something to say. I lost it. We'll move on.
It's alright.
The Broncos in struggle street. 2 high tackles over the weekend against the Dragons. The Dragons put a number on them like they did to the Titans the week before.
Yeah.
How good are the Dragons looking?
Oh, mate, they are looking like dangerous. They're looking deadly this season. I think they've had enough of being the meme team of NRL, I reckon.
Well, we got a new meme team in NRL, and well, VRL to be exact, and that is the Titans.
Oh yeah, sorry, VRL, my bad.
Not even a penalty goal, no 2-pointers, no field goal, no try for them.
Nothing. No points at all.
It just doesn't look like they want to. They don't look like scoring. The other teams that haven't, everyone else has scored. Even the Bulldogs have scored. They went down to Golden Point in pre-season against the Tigers. So there's some questions to be asked.
I won't be shocked if we see some big news coming out soon about the Titans. Whether that's regards to new players coming in or, a huge shuffle in the roster, letting a few players go. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised.
Teams are going to be picking up that extra 100k. I think it's round 3, so next week. Not this weekend, but the following week. Do you reckon teams will be able to go shopping with that? Because the 400k, it was all right, but the only way you'd be able to pick up a player is negotiate. Well, that's the only way to negotiate, really, unless you're going to grab someone that's a free agent from the Knights.
Yeah, maybe. You could maybe pick up... I don't think 500k will get you much, but I think you could maybe pick up, like a few good young guys to build on and prepare yourself for the future, I reckon. But I'm hoping we start seeing some signings soon. It's been pretty quiet.
It has been, but I reckon once we see a couple of signings, it will start. Yeah. It'll be like traffic.
Exactly. It'll kick off. And speaking of which, should we move on to one of the most targeted players of this signing? Yeah.
From the Sharks.
A lot of people after him.
I don't know what we've had a lot of teams after him. I think we've had the Roosters have a go. We've had your Raiders have a go.
Looking at it.
A few other teams. There's a lot of teams that have had a crack at getting him. I'll have a look through. A few teams have been quiet, especially the Rabbitohs. They're a good team to look forward to. We've seen what they did to the Roosters in the Sydney Derby.
Yeah.
Over the weekend. Well, not the weekend, a couple of weeks ago.
But I'm not shocked that there's a lot of teams going after Sean Johnson. I mean, Sharks haven't re-signed him. He's a free agent, quality player. I mean, it'd be a great pickup for anyone, I guess.
There's only a couple of teams after Sean Johnson. There's yourself and a couple others. What are your plans with him? If you do pick him up, will it be a good signing for you guys?
I'd like to think so. Maybe, especially after everything going on with George and Sam Williams.
Yep.
I'd like to think Sean will maybe bring a little bit more coordination and build a good relationship with Jack and the halves. That's what I'm really hoping for. But we'll see what happens.
One thing we will have a look at now is, well, considering we're like flying through, it's like 15 minutes. Try to have an hour show, but
yeah.
Let's have a look here quickly. Why would I say quickly when I'm trying to take time? We'll go over this weekend's games. Have a quick review over them. So, to kick us off, it's your Raiders against Oliver's Broncos, who seem to be struggling. And, well, you did get the win against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, but it wasn't a clean win.
No, it wasn't. We played sloppy, you know, but it was just a general bad game to watch, wasn't it? Like, even from both sides, it wasn't, high quality football. So I'm hoping we can fix that up for the Broncos game. Like, I'm not going to underestimate them. Sure, they're in struggle street, but we just got to improve on a lot. They've got to improve on a lot, and should be a good game. GIO.
Well, it's at home in front of your home faithful. We should hear a pretty loud Viking clap for the first
For
time
sure.
in 2021. After that, what have we got? 3 o'clock on Friday. We do have Friday night footy this weekend.
Titans versus Roosters.
The Titans again. Do they find the try line this weekend? Do they find it? I don't think they do. That Roosters side.
No, I don't think they do.
I've seen what's happened to that Roosters side. The new coach there, he's loving it. He's loving the experience for VRL, and he's fully overhauled the side from what it was. He must have gone through the YouTube channel and had a look through it and seen what happened last time out. But that Roosters side is looking very good. I wouldn't want to be versing him this weekend.
Yeah, even the fact that it's away as well, I still don't think that's enough to keep the Titans, I guess from losing.
Confidence is down on the Gold Coast. They are not excited.
Especially the fact, if Ando doesn't change anything about the squad, no, definitely not.
They can pick the part.
Yeah, exactly, and especially that Roosters side, they play such, smart football. They're just gonna run. They're just gonna make the Titans run around in circles for the whole game, I reckon.
How about Latrell in that Latrell Mitchell in that Rabbitohs game? I know they didn't get the win, the Roosters.
Oh yeah.
But he was busting through tackles like crazy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be one to watch this season, I reckon. And I don't think he's a free agent, is he? I'm pretty sure he's safe.
No, he's not.
Rabbitohs for another.
The coach of the Rabbitohs, Ricardo, he has an almighty lineup. He's got Reynolds, Mansell.
Oh yeah. He's stacked. They're all playing probably the best footy I've seen in ages. So, yeah, Rabbitohs is gonna be another one to watch.
So, we'll go back to the Raiders Broncos game. We won't even say who you're going to pick for that one. We already know. But Titans Roosters, I reckon there's just too much experience for the Roosters. Even if the Titans do edit that lineup, all the Titans need to do is they just need to put the ball down. They need to find points. The Rooster side's going to be tough. I think both Morris brothers are playing. Tedesco's out there. Victor Radley's out there. Lindsay Collins, they're all out there. It's a crazy lineup for the Roosters.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the Roosters are just stacked. They're set for years upon years now. The players they have, and
I think Lachlan Lamb, he plays off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Roosters will quite easily, run through the Titans that round or that game.
So up next on Friday night footy, we have
Eels and Tigers.
Eels Tigers, yeah. I reckon the Eels get this one. Just 4 points.
I'm gonna go with Tigers. I think.
Yeah.
They'll have a lot of momentum going behind them, especially beating, which is probably one of the best teams in VRL, Panthers.
Well, both of these teams are they don't have a loss to their name, including pre-season. So,
I think it'll be a tight one. This one.
I'll have a look at the ladder. What do we get for the ladder? The Eels in the Tigers are very close in the ladder. They are very close.
Yeah, they're very
third
close.
And fourth.
Yeah. So I reckon that'll be. I want to say match of the weekend. I reckon that'll be a good one to watch.
What one?
Eels and Tigers.
Yeah, I reckon that'd probably be match of the round. Then after that, 3 o'clock. No, I don't think that is it. 1 o'clock. Saturday. Good time Saturday. I didn't want to use a Super Saturday name. Saturday, bunch of footy. It's a good time. So, good time Saturday is what we got. And we go to the Strata Jubilee Stadium over in Sydney for the Sharks v Panthers. I reckon the Sharks just get it.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I think
The Panthers look nothing like the IRL Panthers. They look
no,
so confused. They look like the Panthers from a
yeah.
couple years ago IRL.
Unless something drastically changes, I don't see the Panthers winning this either.
Yeah, and I don't see the game touching his lineup much. I think I asked him, and I think he said he wants to leave it, and don't know about that one, Chief. So after
Yeah,
that one, so yeah, what we go there? I went the Sharks, and I think did you go the Sharks as well?
yeah, Sharks.
After that one, we go to Stadium Australia.
Stadium Australia.
Rabbitohs v Knights. I reckon the Rabbitohs get this one.
Yeah, Rabbitohs easily. I mean,
The
you know,
Knights
they're
maybe just in
playing.
there. We seen Ponga on the weekend, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
in form.
He's gonna be another one to watch, I reckon, this season. Probably be a lot of people after him as well. But I don't think him alone will be enough to help the Knights get a win over Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs just look extremely strong. Latrell's playing good. Adam Reynolds is playing good. You've got pretty good wingers, so yeah, no, Rabbitohs.
Saturday's pretty stacked now. Look at it. After that game, we go to Lotto Land for the Cowboys v Manly, the comeback specialist in the pre-season trials. Like, we were 12-0 down and we came back and we went 36-12 against the Sharks. I was pretty happy with that.
What did you do then at half time?
Well, I was going to break a door, but someone else did.
Oh,
Did we see Manly over the weekend? I don't think we did. No, we didn't see Manly, so we haven't seen both. This is one of those matches where we haven't seen any of these sides since pre-season, so that'll be a good one to watch. Manly,
Yeah, for sure.
their result. I think they're coming off a win. Hang on. Let's have a look quickly. Let me just try and find the scores. Who did they even play? I think they played Penrith, so...
Have a look.
Yeah, they did play the Panthers, 16-12, so 4-point game. So the Panthers even got taken to by Manly.
That's it's interesting.
Oh, very interesting, yeah. 100%.
I guess it's all up to Turbo Tom. I mean,
Tommy Turbo, yeah.
yeah, like if he turns up, I think that'll help. That'll influence the rest of Manly's performance. So I really don't know. I'm gonna say Cowboys for this round, just simply because I don't think they have to rely on one player. Whereas with Manly, I kind of feel like that. Like if one doesn't perform, but it'll be a good match, I reckon. And considering we haven't seen them since pre-season, it's gonna be a close one, I reckon. Another close one.
Yep. Up next, this one should be a landslide if we go off anything we've seen throughout the pre-season. We've got the Doggies playing the Dragons at Stadium Australia. I reckon the Dragons get it with ease.
Yeah, easily. I'm even gonna put a bet on the score, and I'm gonna say 50-0 Dragons.
50-0. I'll go 46-0 Dragons.
The Dragons are just playing insane.
You know what? I'll go 46-6. I'll give the Doggies a try. I feel like they'll get the ball down.
I'm pretty sure the Doggies just got their coach as well, didn't they? So they're currently in a bit of a
they just
rebuild.
got their coach, so we're going to see some changes there, which I hope we see. See the Doggies come back through.
Yeah.
And, well, to cap it all off on good time Saturday, Central Coast Stadium, what a game we got. The Warriors and the Storm.
Oh, pardon me. Good one.
We haven't seen the Warriors since pre-season as well. So a lot of...
Who did they play? I can't remember.
Who they played? They played at Parramatta. They played Parramatta. They were in that game too.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna say Storm.
I'll go Storm too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not getting out the Warriors though. That's for sure.
Yeah, because the Storm, it was 34-18 against the Broncos in pre-season, and they went 24-0 against the Titans. So they're in form. They're in just as much form as the Dragons. The
Oh yeah,
Dragons
for
have
sure.
just been disgusting.
I
How
can't
I
wait for
feel.
that matchup.
That's bound to be a good one.
Oh yeah.
We also have what else? Parramatta. We'll go over their win. I don't. I reckon Newcastle played better footy in the second half. Parramatta had the first half, but I
Yeah.
reckon Kalen Ponga, him coming to life for Newcastle in the second half was pretty good for Adam O'Brien's Knights.
Yeah, for sure. But if I think Ponga needs to he needs that to he needs to click on earlier on in the game. I think he left it on way too late, and that allowed Para to get away with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But no, it was Newcastle definitely played better in the second half compared to Para. But
Yep.
yeah.
I reckon Newcastle's second half was better than Para's first half. Newcastle were coming. If the clock was on their side, I think they pick up the win.
Yeah,
No,
for
they
sure.
don't, because Parramatta did put those couple late tries in
Yeah.
to make
That's
a score of
what saved them in the end.
18-28. So Parramatta, they put on a hefty score as well, and that was sort of a lot of the scores in those games were pretty overshadowed by the Newcastle the Titans' efforts.
Yeah.
Sunshine Coast.
I mean, it's impossible not to talk about Titans, but yeah, no, there was plenty of good matches on the weekend.
100%, especially with the Intrust Super Cup. That was fantastic over the weekend. I
Yeah.
thought the games would have been higher scoring than what they were, because real life Intrust Super Cup is pretty insane with the scoreline.
Yeah, for sure.
60 points in these games. We've been over those games. We'll go Origin predictions. We're all hyped for that tomorrow night. State of Origin.
Oh yeah.
Up in Townsville. It's sold out. They came out earlier, like 10
That's
minutes
good.
before we started.
That's
VRL
good.
360. Yeah. It's a sold out Country Bank Stadium up in town. I'm happy Townsville got it. I know a lot of the Blues fans are going to disagree, but
Yeah, it'll be good to see. Sorry, it'll be good to see. What is it called? Country
Bank Stadium.
now? Yeah, Country Bank.
Country Bank Stadium.
Yeah, it'll be good to see it sold out. We have obviously with the IRL, the Cowboys performances, we haven't really been able to see it.
I reckon it's just going to be a Sam Marone. It's going to be something to remember for a lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. But no, good on Townsville. Good on Townsville for winning it.
It's going to be very special. And a lot of Blues fans are cracking a nana about it not happening. And Bankwest, that's a great facility for State of Origin and stuff like that. But it's only the fans whinging, to be honest. And, that's what we love about Origin.
Exactly.
Did you see what happened at the Townsville airport yesterday?
With the Go Maroons everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh, that would have pissed off the Blues.
Oh, 100%. They would have been upset.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be too happy.
But in terms of predictions, I'm obviously gonna back Queensland, but it's also because we do perform better when we play at home. Just like the Blues play better when they're at home. So.
If you think about it, it's sort of still an away game, because wouldn't Suncorp Stadium be closer to ANZ and Country Bank Stadium when you think about it? Because Sydney is pretty close to Brisbane. They're not far from each other.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, it's tough.
The supporters will be all maroon up there for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. They'll be getting on the piss up there.
It's just you look at New South Wales squad and it's stacked, but even last year it was stacked and we still won, So
yeah, 100%. But if Queensland do win, which I hope we do, but all we're gonna hear is the Blues supporters,
Whinging.
it's just going to be, oh, it's all because he's had 2 games in Queensland.
Exactly.
To be honest, I don't think I've heard a player from New South Wales cracking it, unless I missed something. But all I've heard is
No.
they just want to get out there and play footy.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't really matter either because that's what Origin was for like many years. It'd be like Queensland, then it'd be played in Suncorp, then ANZ, and then Suncorp, and then next year it'd be like ANZ, Suncorp, ANZ. So like I don't know why
I
they
think the biggest problem is that Queensland's about to have 3 games in a row. Because they did have game 3 last year. They were kicking off again in Queensland, so I see a little bit of where they are, but yeah.
Oh well.
I hope we do see Bankwest for Origin one year. I reckon that's a great facility. That one.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I'll go the Maroons the second half comeback, which I hope we do see.
Oh,
Everyone loves a team bringing it from nothing in the second half.
Yeah. How good would it be? Oh, the crowd would go nuts. Oh, yeah. Atmosphere there would be insane.
All I'm picturing at Country Bank Stadium tomorrow is just the back bit of it, all maroon.
Yeah.
I can't imagine too many Blues being up there. No way.
Nah.
Like, who from New South Wales is going to be in Townsville?
Maybe like a small corner.
If you like those videos, like on the news the following day, and it's got like a bunch of Maroons in the pub and that one Blues bloke. Queensland win by 4. Second half comeback.
Yeah, would agree.
We're heavy outsiders too. We're paying like $2.50.
Yeah.
So it might be a good punt.
Or we'll go to Golden Point.
Oh, imagine that.
Imagine that. The sweaty palms would be insane.
I'd have the Ambos on speed dial because of a heart attack.
Oh god.
We'll talk about yourself, Canberra. You picked yourself up an extension and signed a young talent who performed over pre-season.
Yeah, so after that game, I was like, this dude's young, he's incredibly good, and I'm pretty sure, because I think he was a free agent as well, so I was like, alright, I gotta keep my hands on him. That's the one I want. And then, had discussions with the Canberra Raider board, if you want to say. I pitched a plan, and we agreed, and hoping to bring this team some glory after quite a while.
Do you reckon you go all the way? It's a bit hard to call with a lot of teams because we've only really seen pre-season.
Exactly, like it's really early, but maybe. Look, definitely, I want to hope for this year. We'll go as far as we can, but if we continue with performances like we did against Newcastle, I highly doubt it. Especially when we come up against good teams like Roosters and Storm.
And the Dragons, who have come out of absolutely nowhere. We'll find out, though. They haven't really come up against a real challenging side. They've played 2 Queensland sides. We'll find out. We won't even find out this weekend. This weekend should be a walk in the park for the Dragons. They got the Bulldogs. When did they have their first challenge?
Something happened this weekend.
Following weekend, they got you guys after the Doggies. So it's first challenge for both of you. We'll really find out if the Dragons are worthy, and yourselves.
Yeah. Hopefully. But,
Alright, so you can pick 4 out of the 8 that played over the weekend.
Yeah.
Who's your top 4 out of the 8 that played?
Across the weekend.
Across the weekend, yep. We had 8 teams play, and only 4 of them for the finals.
14.
Yeah, 4 teams out of the 8.
Okay. Hang on. Let's pull up the results again.
For me, Dragons, check. Storm, check. Tigers, maybe.
I see Tigers fighting for just in the 8th. I don't think they'll confidently.
Parramatta check.
Yeah, power.
And I'll still chuck Penrith in there. I'll take the Tigers out and chuck Penrith in there. I feel like I really don't know. They're one to
They're interesting.
very interesting. Yeah, I reckon they might make finals, but maybe they ain't. But yet again, I'm talking as if we're talking next week.
Yeah.
Because we've only seen 8 teams play, which is very hard to believe. I wish we had more teams playing, more to talk about. You go.
No, I was about to say I'd probably agree with the 4 you picked, to be honest, but we'll see what happens next weekend when we've got all the teams back.
And the other 8 come into the play, which I'm very excited for. Very excited for.
Stacked.
Saturday is, I think we got like 6 games, and I'm planning to have like maybe an intra Super Cup game on Thursday and Friday. That way that's 2 of them, so I don't have to do all 7 on Sunday.
Yeah.
The minority of them will be Sunday, but a few other things we won't even just talk about next week. 9s in December.
Exciting.
We're going to Perth for 9s.
Yeah, no, exciting. I like it. I think it's I guess it's like a good. I don't know. It's just good vibes, 9, isn't it? Like,
it really is, yeah.
You sort of take the seriousness away, and everyone has a bit of fun. It's backyard footy, really, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I can't wait for it. I'm hoping to have it done by Christmas. That way, it's just that time of the year where it's chill. We just catch one couple of days of footy. We'll have the 4 pools.
Summer. Yeah, Australian summer where it's hot as hell.
Yep, and we'll be inside watching virtual rugby league. How good?
Exactly. Having a cold one. No, exciting though. Yeah, I'm glad it's back. And I think it's just a good way to break up the regular season as well. Just have that, nice little break. Come back, play some, chill footy with your mates, and then get on with it after that.
What else have we got? I don't tell you. July, VRL, Motorsport Ultimate State of Origin Game 1 at ANZ. Who do we reckon? That's one thing I want to point out to the other coaches. Send me your state of birth and where you turned 13, because that's very important. Because I think Peter Sterling and Greg Inglis, GI was born in New South Wales, but he turned a certain age in Queensland. That way he was legible for Queensland. And Peter Sterling, we all know him. He was born in Queensland and turned a certain age in New South Wales, which is really unfortunate if you think about it. Imagine Sterlo being with Queensland, like a Queensland immortal legend.
What would that be?
Like with everything else we got.
We saying it. Imagine. Oh no. But July. How good. First season as well. We've got State of Origin. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm busting my ass. Yeah, we're going to do international footy, but we don't have many internationals.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably the only issue with like footy as a whole. International football's not really.
Next year we may be able to fit in an Anzac Day test if we got a Kiwi in the comp. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Even if we don't get one, I guess we could still do it. Australia versus New Zealand.
That'd be pretty cool.
And Indigenous All Stars versus the world. I want to do that. There's so much I want to do for next year, and it'd be good to start the year with the real NRL.
That'll be
awesome. So real life tips. We'll get into that. This weekend's real life tips. I don't think I've even done mine.
No, neither. I might just have a check now. Let's have a look. I don't even know what's going on next week.
Round 14 kicking off on Friday. So, Queen's birthday this weekend, so might not be a rush for the intro Super Cup games over Monday. I'm going to go the Cowboys because I'm heavily biased against Manly. I really hope Turbo gets his head taken off in Origin tomorrow night, because without him, they're wooden spoon quality.
there. I mean, if Turbo's alright, I'm gonna go with Manly, but if he's not, I'll probably go with the Cowboys. They're in a pretty good role at the moment.
Do you get that sort of anxiety about your team, your club's players in Origin though, thinking they may not be back for the rest of the year?
Yeah, well, the lucky thing with being a Raiders fan is we only really get one player that plays, and he's not even playing this year.
There's only two Cowboys and one on reserve. We got Hess on reserve, Val Holmes, he's playing, which I'm stressed as about because if the Cowboys lose him, yikers.
That's
Panthers Sharks. I'm going Panthers easily.
yeah. I mean, even without their, full lineup, I think
Should pick off the Sharks.
Yeah, should pick off.
Real life here, the real life Titans and Roosters, I reckon they'll be close.
Yeah, Titans have put up a good fight.
I'm going to go out on a limb and go the Titans.
Yeah, I might go with the wild shot on Titans as well.
Because I feel like the injury toll for the Roosters is starting to pay dividends here. It really is. Rabbitohs Knights, going to go the Bunnies. Even though the Knights did pick off Manly a couple of weeks ago, but got absolutely thumped by Parramatta over the weekend. They had no shot. I think it was like 48 4 48-6 or 48-4. It was only one try by them. That's the matter of the conversion. Raiders Broncos. I reckon the Raiders actually picked this one up. The Broncos look absolutely lost. They had the news of Tony Staggs being out till round 16.
Yeah, round 16. That's
after
insane.
he was clubbing.
Yeah. No, if the Raiders don't win, then I don't know. I'll cry.
If the Raiders don't win, they need a plan for next year.
For sure. I think if we don't win this one, it should probably be a real big rebuild year again.
Don't stress. Yeah, if the Raiders don't pick this one up, if I was Ricky Stewart, get it through your head. It's done, and work towards next year. Signing players, and if they can pick up Dufty like that was leaked, holy moly! Yeah. I can't believe the real life Dragons told him, "Hey, you gotta go. You don't want it."
I don't know if that's something to do with their salary cap or what, but like.
That's what I'm thinking, but then they're saying his defence is like not good at all. But he makes up for it in attack. We've seen it against the Broncos. He set up two and scored a couple. So yeah.
Exactly.
Warriors Storm. I reckon I'm gonna go the Warriors. I feel like the Warriors can do it. They still got Reece Walsh out there. They got RTS. They got all them out there. There's going to be no Munster out there. There's going to be no Pappenhausen still. But then it's the class of Melbourne, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's all.
That's a hard game, actually.
Yeah, that's tough. Even though the odds are like $5 to $1.18.
Just.
That's still a tough game, I reckon. I'm going to go Storm, though.
I'm going to go the Warriors. Call me a madman if you want. I'm going the Warriors.
Hey, I went with the Broncos against the Roosters and.
Yeah, they pay. Yeah, I know. That was a good week I was having with tips too. You'd think last week I would have had a good week, considering it was only like 4 games. I think you're right. I only got 2 out of the 4. Because I went the Panthers, and I thought the Broncos might have a shot against the Dragons. I'm like, they're showing signs. Because the Broncos, they can't seem to back it up. They can have a really good game, like really, really good game, then they just play like shit the next week.
Exactly.
Dragons, doggies.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who should be winning that one.
I'm actually scared about the Bulldogs, because they've always been in the NRL since I started following. I'm scared they're actually going to get like demoted to reserve.
I think they've got a lot to look forward to the future. I mean, you've got Adokar coming in.
I don't reckon that was a smart play. I really don't. I know he's a brilliant winger. Like he can move. But he needs a back line that can set him up too to make the magic work. And Dogs don't really have that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they still got a lot to look forward to, but see what happens.
Yep. VRL tips. We've been over them. Origin tips. Top 8 prediction. Yeah, top 8 going forward for... We'll go IRL then RL. It was meant to be VRL, but... We'll go IRL for that. What's your top 8, considering, well, midway point?
Alright. I'm
How,
gonna
how
keep
does it look?
Panthers first. I don't
Oh,
think they'll change. Well, let's be real.
well, they
I
don't
think
have... Their next time we play Origin, it's their bye weekend, so they're not really at a loss. Game 3, they'll be at a loss, but...
yeah. I think I'm gonna keep Panthers to 1-2.
Yep.
It's tough. I think
A jostle for third between the Bunnies and Para. It'll be one of them that get third guaranteed, but it's a matter of which one gets it. Because both of them really did go through the struggle street period a couple of weeks ago.
And the problem with the Bunnies is they're inconsistent.
They play a big side, a side that they should challenge, and they just get thumped.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna keep the Eels third, I reckon, just purely based on that.
Well, they don't have any people out for Origin.
Yeah,
They got like one. They had Reid Marnie out, but Queensland said, "We got Harry Grant back, mate. You're not wanted anymore, you know." And it's one of those things too. If it was any other club, you'd tell them to go get stuffed. But when it's your state and to play a state of Origin, yeah, I'll come back for sure. Fifth.
But yeah, Bunnies
The Roosters
fourth.
are getting chased down.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna put Manly fifth. I see Cowboys going sixth, and I see Roosters hanging on in seventh, and in eighth.
Eighth is a tight one too.
Yeah,
That's a big horse race. That's from the Knights all the way up. Really?
Exactly. I don't know. Eighth is tough, man. I don't know what team.
I don't know how close it was all the way from 8 to 14.
That's 2 points, really. That's all it is.
2 points in a lot of good games.
Eighth is tough.
I'll go the Warriors.
Yeah, I was about to say I might go with the Warriors. I see the Warriors.
Because the Titans, they're not consistent enough. They should be playing 6th or 5th for sure.
Yeah.
With what they got, and especially how they're hyped up. They're officially for me now overhyped.
Yeah.
I reckon Manly. I'm going to sound biased again because I'm a Cowboys supporter, but if they lose Turbo, they drop out of the 8.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I agree because Turbo has had such a impact on that team. You can see it. You know, they were nothing weeks ago without him, and now he's back, and they're fighting for freaking 6th.
DCE, he's picked up a bit, but that might be just because Turbo's there.
Yeah.
I'll go the Cowboys 6th because I reckon. Oh, no, I'll go 5th because I'm biased as. I'll go Cows 5th. I reckon Manly will go 8th. The Dragons will probably go 6th. Then the Warriors 7th. I know that sounds crazy, Eds, but if they lose Turbo throughout Origin,
I mean, there's not that much separating though, so you know, it's tough.
100%. The Panthers, they have things to worry about. Because Melbourne hasn't scored less than 20 for like the last 9 weeks.
And it's not like they have like a huge gap as well at the top. Like all it is really is a win.
Well, it got brought in this weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I should say. Because the Panthers they were like 2 wins clear of the rest of the comp.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is crazy. And they've sort of been figured out though. Without their boys.
Yeah.
They're pretty ordinary. And those boys are going to get targeted in Origin for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't reckon they perform well in Origin. I don't know who said it. I think it was
I know
Ben Ikin. Ben I
That's
considered
it.
on NRL 360. He was and they're not going to have enough. They're not going to have the space they have in club footy to play like Cleary, Toto, and stuff like that. They're not going to have the space.
Yeah. And
The
it's not the
Queenslanders are going to
same
be in their face all night long.
It's not the same intensity as well.
Yeah. So with that sorted, all we really got next is getting Vando in for a chat about his high-flying Titans. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll get Vando sorted out, and we'll get him in the studio for this one. So we'll catch you in a minute, and yeah. So welcome back to VRL 360, VRL from every angle. We've, pretty much dissected everything that we could. Sort of ran out of things to dissect after only having 4 games over the weekend. And now joining us we have Vando, the coach of the Gold Coast Titans. And mate, we're here to find out what's happening on the Gold Coast.
I don't know, we just can't score.
Well, it doesn't help having top tier players like $1 million players like Fafita and Brimson on the bench, and Fafita's not even in your starting 17. Will that be adjusted before this weekend? It's a tough game.
Yeah, make some changes, get some new legs for all other players that haven't started yet.
Yeah, 100%. one thing I did get told. No, yeah, no. So, where do you reckon the improvements do need to happen? Like, your backline needs serious work. I was watching it, of course, and you had like 3 sets inside the Storm's the Melbourne 10, and you just couldn't get over. Yet Melbourne ripped you to shreds, especially in the last 15 minutes. They put like 18 points on you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't good. We need to sort out defense.
Yeah, 100%. Are there any players that you're looking at for next year? I know it's only round 1. I don't even know why I'm talking about players to hunt down. But are you hoping you can get over the line this weekend
Yeah,
against the
that's our
Roosters?
main goal, to score a try at least.
Yeah, you don't need a win. It's just picking up a point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's not much else to talk about actually. We'll let you go, mate. Cheers. Thanks for coming on. Of
Yeah,
course.
cheers
Oh well,
for
no,
coming.
Kai, did you want to ask anything?
Nah.
No.
Basically.
Right,
Alrighty.
then I will let you go, mate. Cheers for coming on. We may catch you this weekend. Hopefully, it's for something good, for something positive.
Yeah. Wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one, mate. So, yeah, he knows his problems on the Gold Coast. It's just a matter of if he can fix it. He doesn't need a win. I don't expect him to win. Expect them to win against a Rooster side that caliber. No one else has seen it, but I've seen what that Rooster side looks like for this weekend, and I'm glad I'm not playing them. I really am glad I'm not playing them.
No, for sure. But look, I think it's good that he knows the problems where they are. But as you said, it's a matter of, how he deals with them, really.
He'll get a big reception if they don't perform at home.
Oh yeah, I think
Those fans will let him know about it.
I think the fans and the board will definitely let him know. But as I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear some big news come out of Gold Coast in the coming weeks.
Yeah, signings they're gonna have to be looked. I don't even think signings need to be looked at. It's just the coaching needs to be a bit better. They got players, man. They got players to win games. Like running Brimson and Fafita, not having them on your starting lineup's huge. It makes a severe impact to your squad.
They've got Proctor as well, don't they? So
Proctor, yeah, but he was out there. He was playing. But I think he made like one fend all game.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Something needs to change. I think there might be something in training as well. I think.
Well, it's bad when your pre-season results are getting heavily heavily mentioned throughout.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, and I calculated it after the Melbourne game. They've had like 54, 56 points dumped on them in the last 2 weeks, and that's a lot of points in rugby league.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're negative. The difference for them is negative minus 24. So that's a lot to bring back on the ladder too, especially if it gets really tight towards the top end of town.
I think after round 6, and then they're still struggling. Honestly, I think now they should probably be just looking to build for next year. But
yeah, the season's far from lost yet.
yeah, but
if they're going to need a winning streak though.
Yeah, they're going to need a good winning streak, like a long run.
Yeah, 100%. And well, there's not long in this season too. It's half the length of the IRL one, and their draw is not clean going forward.
Oh no, and that's the issue. Like, it's obvious that they're struggling against these top teams. But if the squad's changed for this Saturday, then there's a difference. Then maybe, like, possibly they could bring it back. But
next
week,
the Titans have Manly next week. We'll see how they perform. They are coming off a loss in pre-season, but we'll see how they perform against the Cowboys at home. Then after that, they have yourself, in Canberra.
Yeah.
So the Viking clap may make them want to go back home to the sunny coast, and then they got to buy, and they got to
Yeah.
buy after that. So
I think that bye they should really use that time they have off.
they want to start winning. They want at least how many weeks have they got? They've got this weekend.
I'd say
So,
next weekend you'd probably want to start get something going.
They want to win next weekend and the weekend after. They want to beat your Raiders and beat who they play. Beat Manly. They want to win everything towards that bye. Because the season's pretty short. There's not time for a comeback. Late season comeback. We're starting in the second half of the real life season, and there's not long left. We're in round 14 IRL out of 26, I think. But on that note, we'll pretty much leave it there. We'll see everyone next Monday for another VRL 360 episode. I was told to mention Ricardo's NBA League and your Virtual Premier League. If you want to promote anything for that, any matchups for this weekend, go for it.
Yeah, so VPL had a fantastic round 1, got round 2, which will start, I want to say, Thursday night. First 2 matches, which I believe, just give me a second. Can't remember who it is now. First 2 matches Thursday night. First 2 matches Thursday night will be Newcastle versus Sheffield and West Ham versus Crystal Palace. So they're not big games, but it'll be good to watch.
Well, up to 15 followers. I think I picked your Premier League page up today. I picked up 3 new followers this week. So cheers for jumping on board, guys. One thing I will say though, I'll point this out to you, Kai. Make sure people follow you when you're live because it goes towards the affiliate program thing. But on that note, we will catch you next Monday. And hopefully we have something positive to say about the Titans. If not,
yeah, for sure.
And can Melbourne and the Dragons, hopefully they can continue their streak this weekend. Right, we'll catch you next weekend. Have a good one.